the last part of the Our Father says, lead us not into temptation. Right? And then what comes after that? But deliver us from evil. Now, Jesus never said there'll be no trouble along the way. He never said that. In fact, I told you in Acts chapter, the first reading, Acts chapter 20, when at the end it says, it's better to give than to receive. That's Acts chapter 20. We can say that Jesus is saying, wait a minute, I didn't say there will be no troubles ahead. But what he said was, he will keep us from the evil one. In other words, temptation is there, concupiscence is there. There will be troubles as a result. But Jesus is wanting that we be delivered from evil. That's what the last part of Our Father is. But there will be trouble, you can be sure of that. Now, we Christians are supposed to be in this world, but we are not of this world. In this world, but not of this world. Very heavy. We are in this world, but we are not of this world. That's the essence of Wednesday's Gospel. That's the reason why talk about Jesus and the world is not interested. You notice that? Do you know that those who are watching EWTN are the same people over and over again? Although I have heard one letter, and this guy was just, up, on the remote control. And then came across EWTN. And according to the letter, that started the conversion. That could be that God has His own ways. But generally, the same people watch EWTN. You agree? Although I encourage everyone to watch EWTN. I know exactly who watched the TV at home last. I know exactly. If I turn it on, I see where the channel was when it was turned on. If I see TFC, I know who watched it last. If you see 285, probably it's me. Seems like I'm the only one watching EWTN. So that's John 17, Wednesday. Thursday, again, John 17, 20 to 26. Unity. In one word, Thursday's Gospel is unity. Unity among Christians. That's why I talked about this. The Great Schism. Year 1054. It's been a while, huh? Since 1054. We are 2012 now. It's close to 1,000 years.
So the radical reformers belong to the Roman Catholic Apostolic?
No. Well, they were, and then they left. The Calvinists. Somebody is an outrage. I don't know. Jesus is saying, Father, they're your gift to me. I wish that where I am, they also may be. So they may see my glory that you gave me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. This is one basis. John 17 is one, remember, this is the book of John. John is the evangelist who always, at every turn, would always emphasize on the divinity of Jesus Christ. How in the world, if Jesus was just a man, how can you lay this, he says, you love me before the foundation of the world. He's God. You know how John is. Remember I told you why John wrote his gospel account? To prove that Jesus was God. Because of the heresy that's coming up, popping up left and right at the time. And he was still alive. St. John was the last surviving apostle. So unity. Friday, John 21, 15 to 19. Remember John 21? I was talking about Simon, son of John, do you love me? 3 times. Simon, son of John, do you love me? Did I tell you the story, the complete story of that? Jesus and Peter were walking, and then John was following behind. He was not walking alongside the two. He was behind, a few steps away. And that's when Jesus asked Peter, do you love me 3 times? Feed my sheep, feed my lambs, tend my sheep, right? Now, but the first thing that Peter says was, what's John up to? Why is he following us? That was the conversation. Why is he following us? John. And you know what the answer of Jesus was? He said, it's none of your business. In today's terms, of course. It's not your concern. Let him. In other words, allow him to walk behind us. Are you comfortable having someone walking behind you? You're not comfortable?
You can't do anything to stop it.
Or maybe move to the side and let the person go and then you walk behind the person. If you really have to walk in. But that's what Peter felt. Peter wanted to know what's John up to. Because remember, John 21, that's almost the end. That's almost the end. That's about when Jesus was about to ascend. He was about to leave earth. That's when Jesus and Peter were talking. And Jesus said, it's not your concern. It's not your business. None of your business. Don't mind him. The reason, let's go underneath that conversation. The reason that was so was because Peter was bound for martyrdom. He was given the keys. Remember Matthew 18. Jesus gave him the keys to the kingdom. Whose sins you forgive are forgiven. Whose sins you let go are let go of. Okay? In heaven. But John was destined not to be martyred. Remember the mother Salome? The mother Salome requested Jesus, one on your right, one on your left, James, and that's why James was the first to die. And then John, who was the brother, became the last to die. So it's one on the left, one on the right. So God still allowed that and came in for that request from Salome, who, by the way, was the sister of the Blessed Mother. In other words, that's his aunt. Right? Auntie. Called auntie. Now, so the first and the last, James and John. That's why Jesus says, it's none of your business. He's not called to become a martyr. And what did Peter say? You know I love you. Remember 3 times? You know I love you. How come you keep asking me if I love you? You know I love you. Finally, Jesus said, then follow me. That follow me from Jesus. John chapter 21 means you will die like I did. You will die a martyr. Jesus knew. And that was way before Peter acted, because Peter didn't act as Pope until Book of Acts, as written by St. Luke. It's beautiful. Come, follow me. Then you follow me. You really love me? You said this 3 times. You love me? Feed my lambs, tend my sheep, feed my sheep. Then you follow me. It means all the way to Calvary. All the way to Calvary. That's why when he was asked, when it was his time, he requested that he be crucified differently from his master. Because he says, I'm not worthy to be crucified like he was. So we can arrange that, the soldier said. So he was turned upside down and he was crucified. Beautiful, beautiful account. That was Thursday. No, sorry, Friday. John 21, 15 to 19. There's part of John 21 that says, when I was younger, when you were younger, you used to dress yourself and go where you wanted. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hand